Okay, I was wanting to look up the changes here because they introduced a lot of changes that I guess were in the refresh version, like the community created mode. So I don't know. Here, you guys want to see this real quick? They fixed collision issues. Closed off areas where explosions could vanish. I remember the stairs of lobby were notorious for that, so I imagine that's been fixed. Skybox has been increased. Changed the small prop pipes at last to be non-solid but still block stickies. Walk up along the pipes without getting stuck. Rockets and other explosions should collide. Stickies will adhere to the pipes as expected. So why don't we take a look at these pipes on last. CVS receipt link. Yeah, hey, I mean, we like to see some changes, right? So it's basically all this stuff here. Very familiar if you've played the refresh version. So that's good. This part being metal is a little different, but it's just a visual thing. So I guess stickies, yeah, they stick to all this. So I think that's what they're talking about. So it's good. Let's see what else we got. Change the level geometry on the large pipes on the ground near the last control point. Wait, what? Maybe I'm looking at the wrong pipes because they just mentioned this same thing. Do they mean these ones? Used to be able to shoot through that. You still can. Okay. I'm not sure which pipes they're talking about. If it's... Is it this one?
Stand on the bloody point, you half-wit!
I don't know. Maybe they just made multiple lines about the same thing. I don't know.
Stand on the bloody point, you half-wit!
Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Increase the height of numerous doors. Jump through them without hitting your heads. Yup. Remove rocks near the angled ramp at second and replace them with crates. Okay, I think I saw a glimpse of this and it's weird. It's not gameplay changing, but it's just like, it throws me off. This looks wider, but maybe I'm crazy. They changed the color of this. So the crates they're talking about are right here. I guess it makes it easier to climb up from the low ground. Maybe that's why they did this. But this is actually a position that I played on quite a bit as a pocket soldier, because it's like a spot you can jump to make space and then jump out. It's also a spot that you might sit in for an arrow. Seems fine. It's not like a super pivotal position, and it's still pretty easy to move around. There might be some frustration with rockets, you know, since you used to have a rounded like rock that you could splash. So there might be some challenges in some fights, but you can just splash this wall. I don't know. Added angled player clipping underneath some of the large awnings at middle to prevent players from getting stuck under the awnings. People would get stuck under the awnings at mid?
Stand on the ball!
Something looks weird here. Something looks different. I assume it's this. Are these the awnings? Let me give myself some health. Oh. What the fuck? I can do like a weird a weird Hot Wheels jump out of here. Look at that. We can go in for a loop-de-loop. That's kind of cool. Though I don't think that's intentional, but some new tech. Look at that. Oh, little piece there. More dumb shit for Scout to exploit. Let's see if Scout can access that. The terrain looks different. I might be fucking going crazy, but I swear it's like less steep. I don't know. This ammo, is it further back? Yeah, I think it used to be like right here. It's quite exposed now. It's kind of weird. It's floating just like kind of almost in the choke now. Okay, let's see. I can't. If you had the winger, maybe you could do it. You'd have to be really crazy to utilize that as a scout. Exterior fences are more consistent with the bounding of the level, so they're probably moved around a little bit. Metal textures match the symmetry. Details behind the starting spawn room. Cleaned up displacements in middle and second to better handle splash. Hey, maybe I'm not crazy. They tweaked some of the displacements. Remove small pipes at second spire to make a more consistent platform. So I want to look at the spawn room and the small pipes. I guess it's this. These were the small pipes. So this has already been like a feature in the is this new? This little garden? I swear that wasn't there before. Why is there a clock? I think he was just having fun with it. I don't know. All right, let's see what's behind the spawn. Back here, just a giant server room. Ah, it makes me so curious what the old version is, because I can't say that I have indexed what the back of the spawn room looked like. Made many existing light props non-solid to prevent movement issues. Most were non-solid, but should make most props consistent. I see. I want to take a quick look at any of the displacements, see if any of them have changed. So I want to see if they messed with this little sticky spot. I think that's still the same. It's mostly seems like it's right here, I swear. Maybe a little bit around here too, I'm not sure. This definitely looks a little flatter. Okay. Let's see if we spot any of them on mid. These steps do look different. I don't know if it's just the texture being metal now, and it used to not be. I don't know if they deepened this corner a little bit, or it's hard to tell. The fences still are a little deceptive, like, oh, I guess you can put stickies there. Huh. That would be a kind of an odd trap. I'm not really noticing any other, like, differences. This was another trap that was, like, gaining popularity, but it looks like it's... I swear it was not visible before from some angle. But now it's visible? I'll have to look into that. Does the choke light trap work? You can still put stickies. I don't know. Some of them are like halfway in. I'm not sure. I never really used this trap, I'll be honest. I never really thought it was that good, but I guess people die to it sometimes. It probably worked better if I was on the other color. On the other side of the map. It'd blend in a little bit better with the light fixture. It could be decent. It could be decent. Okay. So that's the process changes. It's such a weird little detail to add, this piece of metal, but whatever. That would be a crazy little trap right there. The skybox is massive. Oh yeah, they did raise the skybox, huh? I don't know. Are these changes going to be on the competitive maps? Well, this is in the official version of CP Process Final that is like in the game. It's a new little lamp, I think. So RGL has been playing with a custom version of Process called Process F12. And so that version may or may not continue being played. They might switch to this one. I personally am an advocate for... Oh, this does look different. This little panel right here. I swear the color is different. There's no way. There's no way there was a bright blue panel right there before. I swear I would have noticed. All right, let's check out Metalworks. Fixed collision issues once again. Changed the level geometry at last to have more consistent collision. Small gaps and holes in the windows and doors of the new bunker, and the stack of wood/chicken wire. They are covered with bullet block to prevent collision issues. Okay. Shadows. Ooh, I hope that works. Shadows are such a bullshit little just flaw in the game. Redesign the second forward spawn for both teams. The spawn has now moved back to a larger hut structure in the yard before the second control point. So they moved the forward spawn. That's kind of crazy. Increase the door of the first forward spawn. The very small door brushes throughout the map have been turned into funk brushes. Have collision turned off so they don't catch splash. Okay. Adjustments to the truck ramp at middle. The ramp is now a displacement, which should catch splash damage correctly and allow a player to walk up the wall cleanly. Okay, why don't we start looking for these things here? Level geometry at last. Oh, this is no longer a cargo container. This is now, okay, it's like a platform. I guess maybe they're talking about some of these. So this is the bunker? Was this always a bunker? That's news to me. I think they're just calling it a bunker now. I don't think this was ever a bunker before. It looks different. I think it's a little bit bigger, these ramps.
Stand on the bloody point, you half-wit! Ah!
Why is the door built for 2-foot tall people? Well, I imagine there's like a stairwell down. They tried to do something. It's cool. I respect it. But I don't normally think of Metalworks as a map that would have a bunker on it. It's more industrial, but whatever. And maybe anything else that we notice along the way. Was this changed? Maybe I'm freaking out. This corner? I don't know. It definitely looks more orange than it was before. So there's no crate? That's actually a pretty big change. The crate was such a good spot to land on as a soldier. That feels like a loss, a tragic loss. Okay, we got extra wide pipes with a third segment of pipe here.
Stand on the point, you git! Ah!
Let's take a look. Another orange strip. The forward spawn. Okay. Oh my god. They made it a displacement. Huh. So you don't get stuck jumping on it nearly as much, I guess. You still have to complete some jumps here. This will be better for like surfing rockets, I suppose. You're not completely fucked, I guess, but this it's an odd change, but it's okay. It shouldn't matter too much. More or less the same gameplay. So the forward spawn is no longer here. They added one step right here. Kind of strange. Now the forward spawn is back here. Interesting. So they kind of got rid of a hiding spot. There used to be a corner back here that you could hide in. That is now no longer available. And there's a forward spawn here, so... And there's a forward spawn here, so... From the forward spawn, I guess the big question is always going to be the sniper sight lines, right? Overall, you definitely can see less, I would say. You can't see any of choke. You can't see any of yard. You can see like all of the lower entrance and the majority of the point. The problem with this, I guess there's a couple issues. It'll be fine probably, but considering how far back the spawn is, it's a lot more difficult now to actually put pressure on the sniper. Obviously, you can bomb here and like sink rockets on him or whatever, but before you could be on the point and it would be a much closer range for you to like potentially insta-gib the sniper. Now the sight line it's a lot longer, so there's a lot less risk for the sniper to try to shoot people that are capping, basically. So that would be the new consideration, but it will definitely make taking mid a lot easier, like at least getting through the first chokes. So that's something, I guess. Because it used to be a little bit scary to even like peek into mid from a lot of different angles. So now it's maybe less so. You mostly have to worry about it when you're capping. So, I don't know. It'll probably be okay. I guess the other thing that I guess wanted to mention was it's slightly further back now so that contesting second is more difficult. I know a lot of people have trouble pushing into last, pushing out of last. I'm not sure which way overall needed help, but this is going to make pushing into last more difficult slightly, right? You spawn further back, you got to do an extra jump, etc. And it's also going to bias people rolling out. You're going to be more biased to roll out choke, whereas from here, this felt like maybe it's negligible, but it felt like you still had a pretty good path to go to any doorway. So you would roll out and potentially jump to yard, whereas now you could still make the jump, but it just feels more natural to jump to choke, I suppose. So you have to go a little bit more out of your way to route yourself through alley if you want to roll out that way. Something to think about. Fix the displacement where people could get stuck in the ground. Oh yeah, that used to happen. There was like a weird sinkhole like right here or something, so you'd sometimes just like get stuck right here for a few seconds. I think some people have gotten stuck here and like literally could not move. These displacements do seem a little different. It feels like it's more gradual, the climb here. It's not quite as steep, maybe? Or maybe I'm just crazy. Now that you have this ramp, I wonder if a scout would be more inclined to like play over here more often. Or even like a medic. A medic on mid playing on this rock. Because it's so much easier to like walk up here and play on here. I could see it, honestly. I could see a medic playing here. Can you trap the right wall in alley? Oh, let's see if any of the stickies collision have changed. You meant this wall here, I imagine? Looks about the same. So, this should be good. So I definitely would like to see these versions of the maps played in the leagues. They are official. The mapper obviously made changes to improve the gameplay for the sake of 6v6, so they should be aligning with that.